I definitely want to pick your brain about being a stand-up because you're fucking hilarious.
Oh, thank you very much.
But like I said, I was listening to a podcast you were on with Carla V. I'm assuming it's a local podcast, right?
Yes, yeah.
And there's a story where you wrote, was it like a skit or was it like an actual letter to Biden for some random homeless Czech guy?
He had a home. Okay, so right at the beginning of the pandemic, right? You know, no stand-up. There's nothing to do. So I was like ready for some side quests in my life. I think this guy comes in. He's like, I got a crazy question for you. Can you help me write a letter to the president? And I was like, sure. I was like, why not? Over the course of maybe a month or two, I spent like 30 hours with this guy. And at first I was just doing it for free because I had nothing else to do. I was like, oh, it's a fun story.
Right.
Ended up writing 50 pages, handwritten. Every sentence was a different color of pen. This was all his. He was like, you got to do this. Crazy bastard. Ended up, at the end, I'm just screaming at him. I'm like, fuck you, man. Like, I don't know. No one's going to read this. And then he's like, I'll pay you $500. And I was like, tell me what to write. And
okay.
So I finished it. Yeah, that's a lot.
Holy shit. So where did you meet this guy?
At work. I work right across from the university.
Okay.
At a t-shirt shop, New Mexico look.
Oh, okay. Next to Frontier, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right there. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty sweet. So he just came in. I guess he was just asking people all day. And someone had wrote the first 5 pages, so he convinced one other person to start, and then they were like, no.
So there's 3 people on the watch list now.
Right. I made sure my name was not anywhere on any of that. He looked up Joe Biden's neighbor, and he was like, this is where we're sending it to. And I'm like, it's a terrible idea. So there's a letter. My handwriting is in the garbage of Joe Biden's neighbor's
So
house.
are we talking like White House neighbor or neighbor in Delaware?
Delaware.
Oh my God. You see, when I think letter, I think maybe 1 to 3 pages, not necessarily front and back. When you start getting into like the 20s, maybe even in the 50s, that's a manifesto, dog.
Exactly. That's what I call it. Yeah, it's like his manifesto. It was all about how Trump is mafia, and he has this whole like the way to cure COVID, all these things. And I was like, you didn't look any of this up, did you? I was like, you don't know what you're talking about. He's like, write it down. I'm like,
He just sounds like a homeless Alex Jones.
Holy
shit.
He's from the Czech Republic originally, very Czech, formerly Czechoslovakia.
Yeah.
Got a giant history on that. I couldn't remember most of it. I was pretty drunk through most of it. I was just like, I don't know what's going on in here. He was feeding me Czech beer, and he's like, keep writing for me. And that's what.
Yeah, I would need to be on a couple stimulants to figure out what the fuck. What? Not even what's going on, but what did I do in my life to lead myself to be writing a manifesto for the? Was he president at that point? No, because it was during the pandemic.
It was right before he was president. It was right before he got. I think he was already elected.
Okay.
And so it was this whole thing about how Trump is mafia. And he just kept saying, right, Trump is mafia. Write that down. I was like, I wrote it 20 times on this page. He's like, write it again.
Oh my God.